Today we're sailing Monashee into the Caribbean's top rigging yard to tear the entire mast apart.
Because apparently, crossing oceans with old standing rigging is frowned upon by insurance companies and gravity.
But this isn't just maintenance anymore. We're preparing for something much bigger. Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, Panama, and maybe even beyond. And as if that wasn't enough, we also signed up for an intensive Yachtmaster navigation course.
Charts, tides, collision rules, and emergency drills.
Because someday, electronics fail.
And when they do, we'd prefer not to drift into Venezuela accidentally.
So come with us as Monashee gets rebuilt and we try becoming better sailors before the next big adventure begins.
My island home. Let me tell you about where I'm from. My island in the sun goes.
So when you live in the tropics, you have really hot days, then you have not so hot days. I don't know what the not so hot days look like until I look at Mojo.
The wind is a little chilly today.
Really? So you got a shirt, then another long sleeve shirt, then some blankets, and yeah, next you're gonna be putting on jogging pants.
Might happen, actually.
Replacing the standing rigging means changing every cable, fitting, and turnbuckle holding the mast upright. Because if just one critical part fails offshore, the mast can literally come crashing down.
Nothing says financial stability quite like replacing perfectly good-looking metal because ocean physics say otherwise.
And for a job this important, we brought Monashee to the best rigging shop in the Caribbean. FKG has been building and replacing rigs in St. Maarten since 1984, and their reputation stretches across the entire cruising world.
This is Mark, master rigger at FKG. Why is he so cool? Because he just is.
And with the assistance of Campbell the Wise, and Liam pretending to be useful, day one officially began.
Well, there it is.
Also,
Yeah, that's
that's fine with the main halyard for now.
okay.
Let's get a little bit of load onto the topping lift so I can neutralize the bang.
All right. Well,
And this became our home for the next 3 days.
turns out replacing your rigging basically means your boat explodes indoors first.
And with that, Campbell the Wise and Jennifer, yes, Survivor Croatia Jennifer, headed home.
To a typical Canadian winter. And as good to their word, FKG is here bright and early in the morning. There's Mark over there. Ready to take down the mast. They've got the crane loaded up. He's just taking off all the lines to make sure everything's disconnected and all the wire work. Because this will be the first time we've had our mast taken down and wire work done. It is amazing all the parts that have to come off to get this job done.
And then we met Sophie, who volunteered for the extremely relaxing task of climbing 63 feet up the mast to secure the crane lines.
You know, some people conquer fear with therapy. Sophie apparently chose dangling above concrete.
Says the man emotionally damaged by slow drivers.
Fair.
I say we go. You say why don't we take it slow? Hello.
It's not every day that you get to actually inspect your mast while it's laying on a couple cradles. So lo and behold, let's take a look. This is where we put on some reflective tape. So if we're out on our tender saucy at night, coming back, and we can't identify our boat, we shoot up right to the midsection halfway between the spars and the bottom of the mast, and hopefully see the reflective tape. This is deck light. This is our mast light. Radar screen, our radar transmitter receiver. And then all the way up here, put on some more reflective tape so we can hit the top of the mast and hopefully be able to identify our boat if we're out at night. And just like a foundation being poured for a house, you gotta also celebrate when a mast is taken down.
You made that up.
Maybe, but we'll need it for what's about to happen.
And while Monashee was being rebuilt, we decided to do something almost nobody in cruising YouTube talks about.
We voluntarily went back to school.
We enrolled in the Yachtmaster recreational course at the Maritime School of the West Indies. Because honestly, a lot of people buy boats first, then learn later.
Sometimes very later, usually during emergencies.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Here we are at the Maritime School of the West Indies, ready to start our class, our Yachtmaster offshore recreation course. 5 days of classroom instruction, and then next week is on the water practical experience.
5 hours minimum each day, but I suspect it's going to be 8 hours. They're going to work us like dogs. It's going to be horrible. Okay, it's going to be fun.
It'll be
This
fun.
is something I really want to take as opposed to a number of years of university we both had. So let's find out what it's all going to be about.
Yep. Fluorescent lighting?
Check.
Frigid air conditioning?
Check.
And an instructor who knows his textbook?
Check.
It's a school, all right. And let's just say there were charts, tables, title calculations, and enough math to make us question every life decision leading up to this moment.
I thought sailing was supposed to be freedom, not surprise trigonometry.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
And after 3 straight days of mental abuse, we naturally recovered the healthy sailor way.
Happy hour.
That is your sailboat.
I have my own film.
You have your own sailboat. You can sail away.
You know Liam has a mental departure from reality when he starts designing sailboats out of stir sticks for our server. Meanwhile, Monashee's brand new standing rigging was going back together.
The damage? About $10,400 US, which somehow was $5,000 to $6,000 cheaper than doing it in the United States.
And over $1,000 less than the original quote from the year before.
So yes, for one brief shining moment, boating math actually improved. I can tell you, while I've done worse things in my life, I am really loath to imagine anything worse than calculating tide tables. And then secondary tide tables. So I'm not really sure if this course is for us, because I don't know if I'll ever use these. I've never used them in 15 years to begin with. But I can tell you, when 75% of the class fails tests on a regular basis, you know, this course might not be for everybody. I got a big score of 90-something or other on the weather test. That was awesome, because weather's relevant and I care. Anything you care about?
I'm tired.
Yeah, tired.
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
Cape Henry's is set to life. Cape Henry? If you look at the characteristics of Cape Henry.
All right, Jackie, you survived. You survived. It's great to meet you. And we'll see you out on the water too.
We will.
On video, it's taken less than like 1 minute and 97 seconds, but lo and behold, we survived. We learned some new things.
Yes.
Not all that much fun, but we learned a whole bunch of stuff. I got to meet fun people.
Exactly.
Yes. See you later.
See you on the water, guys. On YouTube.
So after nearly 6 straight days of 8-hour-a-day classes, what's your takeaway?
Honestly, it was intense. A lot of information crammed into a very short time frame.
Daily exams too. And needed about 86% to pass each one.
Which is when Liam discovered a loophole.
You've got it. Since we were taking the course recreationally, not professionally, I realized I didn't actually need the certification.
Meaning?
Well, I officially became an audit student.
Translation? He stopped writing exams.
Suddenly the course became way more enjoyable because we were learning without pressure.
And honestly, the education was fantastic, but probably more than most modern cruisers using chart plotters and electronics truly need.
Until civilization collapses and we have to navigate by sextants.
We didn't learn sextants.
Oh. But back on Monashee, Sophie installed all our new halyards, and I have to tell you, the much thinner Dyneema core and nylon sheath ones go through the blocks and clutches much smoother. I would definitely suggest this to all you sailors.
But we still had to route the lines ourselves and make sure we pay attention to get it right. Thankfully, it was a calm morning, so we could unfurl the headsail at anchor and reattach the port and starboard sheets to the clew.
In English, ropes to the bottom corner.
And with Monashee finally shipshape again, we could leave the lagoon behind, because the water in there is, how do we say this politely, biologically enthusiastic.
So we joined the great migration of sailors fleeing questionable water quality.
Back to clean blue water, turtles, rays, and actual visibility below the boat.
But school still wasn't over.
Because now Garth came aboard for 5 days of real-world seamanship training.
Which means no desks, no fluorescent lights, just practical sailing skills and public humiliation.
This was the stuff we were really excited about. Emergency flares, safety gear, including why every offshore boat should carry a battery-powered grinder capable of cutting away failed rigging in an emergency.
Which is comforting considering we just spent $10,000 installing new rigging.
But honestly, how many people have ever actually practiced putting on their emergency life vest?
Better question, have you tried doing it blindfolded? Practice this stuff, seriously, because panic makes simple things weirdly difficult.
But the real payoff came on the water. Sail trim, emergency drills, and finally understanding what Monashee actually wants from us as sailors.
Mostly she wants our money.
With the tighter new rigging, Monashee actually sails differently now.
Which meant I basically had to relearn how to sail our own boat.
Comforting. Very comforting.
Well, around the point, but 300 feet off the shore. Okay? Oh,
And completely by accident, we ended up practicing while the Caribbean 600 race fleet was finishing nearby.
Monroe races the Caribbean 600. We're gonna beat them on time. And if you find value in what you're viewing, hit the like and subscribe buttons below to vault Voyagers like you to our channel, like Christina Kai, Diana Kedra, Hamid Rebi, Gregson Wong, Naughty Adventures, and Kathy Mutter.
There it is. You see it's not coming up, then you turn it just this way a little bit just to help it, and then if you see it coming up, put the wheel back, take all the way down. It's moving the rudder 10 degrees. 10 degrees is where you're not stalling it. Turn 20, 30 degrees, you start stalling it, and then the boat won't turn.
Yep.
Good with your feeling with the tape in your hand and watching the horizon. Where's the cover for that thing there, dear?
And for those that sail by the gauges, cover them up and learn to sail by feel and your eyes on the sails and the horizon.
Usually both sails stay on the same side of the boat, but sailing directly downwind lets you try wing-on-wing sailing.
Which sounds elegant until you actually try keeping everything balanced. Then it becomes interpretive dance with ropes.
It's kind of right on the edge to stop that one flicking over. So you're right on the, what they call in the book, the no-go zone.
So today, good morning everybody. I guess I should have started off with that. Garth will be teaching Captain Mojo how to drive the boat just on one engine because it acts differently as to how you turn and how the boat actually tracks. So let's find out what's going on.
Got to be a friend that the wind is pushing the bow over.
Okay. So if I want to go more this way, I'd actually reduce my steering.
Just reduce your steering. Okay. I'll straighten up. And we're going to see if we can turn the circle and go around the red channel mark. And just until you get water flowing over the rudder. If there's no water flowing over the rudder, you have no steerage.
Honestly, this has been the easiest 3 days sailing ever.
That's because you haven't done anything for 3 days, which is about to change immediately, mister.
So what happens if you lose steering completely?
Apparently Liam becomes emergency steering equipment. Using a tire iron directly on the rudder linkage, Garth made him steer figure eights and slalom around anchored boats for 20 straight minutes.
My shoulders filed formal complaints afterwards.
But honestly, every boat owner should practice this before it becomes real.
3, 2, 1.
And maybe I'll see you from this tired small town bar, drinking a ride.
Just saw a turtle.
No doubt. So aside from having the tiller backwards, which, you know what, probably would have made a difference a little bit, it's really heavy.
Okay.
Like really, you're using your muscles.
You did great though.
We did good.
You've never done that before. I thought you did great.
Thank you very
It's
much.
also something that we would use our headset.
Yep. And what Garth is teaching Mojo right now is keeping stern into the wind. It is much easier than the bow. The point of pivot and rotation on a catamaran is the stern of the boat, like any boat, our boat even.
'Cause nobody's watching you fall.
And look who's bringing Monashee into the fuel dock for the very first time, in a 14-knot crosswind. No pressure, just thousands of dollars floating beside other thousands of dollars.
And because we were able to achieve all of the goals,
Without any exams to do.
we finished a day early with smiles on our faces. So after all of this, new standing rigging, almost a week of classroom work, and 5 days of sea training, what's your biggest takeaway?
Honestly, confidence.
Really? I thought you'd say bankruptcy.
Ha ha ha. Also that, but mostly confidence.
And for me, helming the boat for 4 straight days changed everything. I think a lot of women, especially in sailing, sometimes feel intimidated stepping into the captain role. Like there's too much to know, too much pressure. But the truth is, confidence comes from doing it. Repetition, practice, and mistakes.
And if someone like me can eventually figure this stuff out, literally anybody can.
Exactly. You don't need to know everything on day one. You just need to start.
Because sailing isn't about being fearless.
It's about slowly realizing you're more capable than you thought. And as always, thank you for sharing our journey and subscribing. And check out this next video because trust us, things are about to get even more interesting.
Push through it. This is my opinion, then you'll fire like a bullet.